Heart. Error, 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 error. Perfectly operational.
In which case, we probably should make our way to the Gold District.
As long as we don't go through the Summer District.
I don't think you need to get to the Gold District. I don't think that'll be a problem. Because presumably you're either in the Bricks or Southwood at the moment for your rest, and the Gold District's due north. Summer District's further past there. Okay, so you head off to the Gold District. It's reasonably large, but all the buildings there are quite large in and of themselves. So there's not too many areas you're going to have to look around. There's a really large square between the Gold District and the Summer District. There's a big square that sort of covers the whole area, and there's a massive white marble building there, the Athenian Profound. You already know that is not going to be the location of the shop because it's the library, it's the entrance there. But around it, there's a lot of I don't know if you've ever seen like Kensington. It's a lot of small houses that look extremely expensive, like because of the location, not because of the house itself. So a lot of rich people have bought houses here, even though they'll realistically probably live in a summer house that's further away and larger. But you know, it's about the look of the thing, and there's tons of those. And the compass is now pointing due east towards a little alleyway. Now, it's odd that there's an alleyway at all here, because this is, as I say, the rich area. There aren't that many sort of side alleys and tiny little nooks and crannies, but there is one, and that's a bit bizarre. And there's a brick building in there down at the end. Yeah, so the brick building has no windows at all, and a single rough wooden door. It hasn't been painted or anything like that. There's no signage or anything like that. There is a brass doorknob, and that is it.
I'm going to knock.
Okay, you knock on the door. There's no answer.
So, what do you think?
Can I check around for traps?
Sure, go for it. What sort of traps? Where are you looking, and what sort of traps are you looking for?
Okay, I'm just looking around the door just to see if there's any mechanical or magical traps that might be set off if it's opened.
Okay. Roll me then a perception check, please.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you can't see anything.
Okay, I try the door.
All right. The door opens, and right behind it is a brick wall. It's the same brickwork as the rest of the house. It's like the door's false, or possibly they've bricked up an old building.
I try putting my hand on the brick wall.
The hand goes through.
Okay, I stick my head through them.
Your head collides with the brick wall.
Yep, nothing of value was damaged. What? I meant my horns blocked it.
That's it, yes, the horns. The horns blocked it, of course.
Okay,
Do you still have that lantern on you?
Which of us has the lantern?
I don't think it matters, but I think you can have it.
Okay, I light the lantern then and
Okay.
point it at the wall.
Nothing changes with the wall, interestingly, but you catch a glimmer of reflective gold just to the right of it.
Okay, I take a close look at the gold.
Okay, as you turn and the lantern turns with you, it reveals a massive set of double doors right next to it that are literally plated in gold.
Okay, can I see any traps around these doors?
Roll me a perception check again, yeah. You can have a look.
That's a 17.
Okay, you cannot see anything.
I try the door then.
Okay, the door opens wide. And inside, the modest exterior has been hiding something magnificent. A great staircase of glass descends into a pit festooned with books, trinkets, and artifacts. Light of every colour, as well as several new ones you'd never seen before, shines and bounces and reflects off of every surface, giving the whole place a crystalline look. Clockwork azamar with wings of brass that remind you of Ansel, the artificer. Moving fluid displays overhead, and tiny silver shuttles roll back and forth on copper railings, picking up and moving items around the shelves.
I'm guessing that druid briefly turned into a mantis shrimp then, with those colours I've never seen before.
Or maybe. Are
So,
you entering?
do we...
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, as you descend, in the middle of as you descend, there's a sort of pit in the center that is marble tiled, and in the middle of it is this great contraption of brass and bronze and gold and silver and a lot of wood, various cranes that are all twisting and turning, picking things up and moving them about. And it is pulsing with light, and mysterious wires and cables are all around it. And you hear a voice, a booming and imperious voice goes, "Greetings! Welcome to Fizzwick's Bazaar. I, Fizzwick that is, am currently unavailable, but if you wish to purchase something, speak aloud your order and the shop will do its best to assist." There's a brief pause before the voice says, "Oh, and don't try anything funny."
I'm assuming there would be a punishment if we did.
Oh, God. Take disadvantage.
Yeah.
No.
I might not mage well.
Oh, no. The pain. But yes, welcome to Fizzwick's Bazaar. The contraption in the center moves a crane arm forwards and backwards as if to wave at you.
I just call out into the darkness. Hello, the owner of that other shop in the Silver District asked us to come and check on you.
Oh, to be clear, this is not darkness in any way. This is the brightest room you've probably ever seen. If you're familiar with the spell Chromatic Orb, it would be like being inside of that as it goes off inside at the moment. Everything is extremely bright.
I call out into the brightness then.
And you get a response, and it goes, "Hello, I'm not Fizzwick, but I can assist."
Okay, what should we call you?
You can call me Shop.
Okay, Shop, do you know where Fizzwick is?
Yes, Fizzwick is in Fizzwick's office.
And where is Fizzwick's office?
It moves a crane and points to the east side of the building where there's a small door in the side of the brick wall and goes, "Fizzwick's office is through that door. I do not recommend you go through there. Fizzwick is busy."
We do have some important business to speak with him.
Checking orders. Well, he did say to only let people through if it was important, so I guess that's fine.
I suppose that worked. Okay.
I do not think he will be very helpful, though.
Why do you say this?
He is not very helpful at all in general. I am very helpful. I was built to be helpful.
I've already walked over to the office door and tried it.
Okay, well the door opens, and a terrible smell immediately hits you, and it is the smell of a long dead individual.
That's Fizzwick, isn't it?
Time.
That's definitely Fizzwick in there. Yeah, absolutely dead, extremely dead.
Can I tell how he died?
Sure. Roll me a medicine check, please.
Okay, so stop.
How can I
have
help?
some terrible news. Fizzwick is dead.
Fizzwick is dead? Yes.
Fizzwick is dead.
Yes, Fizzwick is dead.
That's a 16.
16. Okay, he probably died of starvation.
Miranda could not even conceive of that. Rather, she can, but she'd rather not think about it.
So when you said Fizzwick wasn't here, you were being... Okay, got it.
Oh, the thing at the beginning, I must be clear, was a recorded message from Fizzwick himself. I am to play it to all visitors.
I see.
So what happened to him? He appears to have starved to death.
That sounds likely, yes.
Was he trapped in there? Did he forget to eat?
I don't know. I can't see into the room.
Okay, so...
Can I see anything around the room that might have, that sort of stands out?
Roll me a perception check, yeah.
18.
18, okay. The most standout thing that you can see is that there are a lot of scratch marks on the back of that door.
Okay, so the door. Wait, I've got an idea. Is Eao standing outside?
Currently, I think so.
Yes, I have not entered the room.
I close the door behind me and try to open it again.
It does not open.
Explains a lot. Hey, can you let me out?
I attempt to open the door.
It does not open.
Oh.
Hey, stop!
How can I help?
Why does this door not open?
Mr. Fizzwick said to only allow the door to be opened in the case of very important business.
Would you say you have important business with me, your employee boss?
Hey, Shop.
You get no response from Shop. How can I help?
I don't.
Oh, you do. Grounded doesn't get a response. It's possible that Shop can't hear you from in there.
Okay, so I
the room.
I doubt it. I don't know how to tell you this, Shop. I think you killed Fizzwick.
No, that doesn't make sense. I've not done anything.
Exactly. He starved to death because he couldn't get out, because you wouldn't open the door.
I had very strict orders not to open the door unless there was important business. There has yet to be important business, apart from you, of course, because you said you were important business. I don't suppose you were lying, were you?
I am not, actually. We came here with very important business with Fizzwick, as he is very much in debt.
Excellent. Important business with Mr. Fizzwick. I shall open the door, and the door opens again.
Hey, Shop. Can you do me a favor?
How can I help?
Can you keep this door open until we both leave?
No, Mr. Fizzwick would not have liked that. He explicitly said to keep the door closed unless there was important business.
Okay, I'm going to make a logical argument here. So long as we are in that room, we still have important business. Therefore, the door must stay open.
But the important business will already be in the room, so I do not have to worry about opening the door again.
Can I look around on the door to see if there's any sort of mechanism I could trip to stop the store from closing it?
Yeah, we'll take this one as investigation, I think, because I think you'll be using your smarts to try and find a way of doing it.
Yay. How good I've got investigation.
I mean, do you have orders to close the door once the important business is in the room?
The door must be kept closed unless there is important business.
That's a 14.
A 14. Okay, so there are these little essentially plastic coated. They're not plastic coated. They're leather coated wires and cables going between the door that you can see going all around and eventually meeting up at the shop sort of center at the beginning, in the middle, that sort of massive crane contraption in the middle of the shop. Possibly breaking some of those might stop the door from closing automatically. You're not sure, but possibly.
Can I try and cut them with my feet tools without being too obvious about it?
Okay, roll me sleight of hand, please. With... Yeah, sleight of hand, I think.
Theoretically, if you're in the room, then Shop wouldn't be able to see, so...
Theoretically.
That's 16.
Yep, you're fine. You're able to cut them.
I searched the corpse then.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for what you're looking for on the corpse, and I will let you know what you find.
So, Shop, before we get to my important business...
That's 14.
My associate has her own important business. What's your inventory?
We sell magical items, scrolls, potions, and also trinkets of interest to anyone on this plane and all planes. Okay, what you find with that is you find a potion in his pocket, and there is a small bead of red in the center of the potion that continuously contracts down until almost nothing and then suddenly expands to color the clear liquid around it all in one go, and then it goes back down to center. Shaking the bottle fails to interrupt this process. It just happens constantly, shrinking and then poof, and then constantly shrinking again.
Any chance the druid hanging around in my catgirl hanging around in my head can give me an idea of what that is?
Yeah, roll me Arcana, please. And you can use your floating ghost proficiency.
Yes.
Spells. You said you sell scrolls?
We sell scrolls, potions, magical items, trinkets, and anything of interest to this plane and all planes.
What would it cost to get a scroll of ceremony?
A scroll of ceremony? Why, that should not be too much. Let me have a look through the inventory. And the crane arms start to move, and there's this huge grating sound as things start to move around. Because it feels like maybe the crane arms haven't actually been moved in a while. And the little shuttles that are all around start moving around, and these little orbs sort of start floating around. And as they get near objects, an arm appears out of the orb, like a mechanical arm, comes out of the orb and grabs items and then starts moving it around. Deposits a scroll on the desk. And the shop goes, thinking, 100 gold pieces.
Do you only take gold, or will you trade for things of similar value?
I have not been instructed to transfer for certain items, but gems are acceptable here, or magic items.
Okay, so I'm just going to start building a small receipt here. 1 second.
Okay. Grounded, what was your catgirl check?
I rolled 20, so that's 24.
Okay.
So does the stone give me a +1 to everything, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's 25 then.
So with a 25 and, the little shred of druid in your head going, oh, you understand that this is a potion of diminution. It will essentially shrink you as if you've been affected by the enlarge reduce spell, but on the reduce side of it, and that will last for an hour if you drink it. But you'll be one size smaller, and your weapon attacks will do 1d4 less damage.
What magical items do you have?
Loading inventory. Most inventory has been recovered to a safe location and is not currently available. However, we have multiple potions and one set of heavy ammunition, as well as the current collection of feather tokens.
What are feather tokens?
Loading information. Feather tokens. Processing. Feather tokens are objects in shape of feathers. Break the feather to gain an effect. We have 6 feather tokens currently in storage.
What do each of these feather tokens do?
Feather tokens properties unknown. I believe Fizzwick was looking into them when he sadly passed away.
What are the costs of these feather tokens?
1,000 platinum pieces each.
What was the name of the wizard we're doing this for?
The name of the wizard you're doing this for, let me get the full name because I don't think I ever said it and I'm proud of it, is Manafrith Winifred. There we go. Manafrith Winifred, the halfling wizard.
Saying that with feather tickling you.
Okay, so under the assumption we are here due to a debt of multiple thousand platinum pieces by one Manafred, would you be in a position to give me said payment to give to Manafred?
I am not authorized to deal with accounts. I am only authorized to deal with inventory. I cannot verify positively or negatively any debts owed, I am afraid, at this time. You would be best to take it up with Fizzwick.
And those were the only magical items besides the potions and the heavy ammo?
At the moment, the rest is currently in storage. Question. I am having problem closing Fizzwick's door. Why?
Perhaps. I have no idea. I'm still shopping right now.
Let me take a look at it.
Speaking of which, what are the potions you have available?
I have 1 potion of necrotic resistance, 3 potions of hill giant strength, a potion of mind reading, error, potion of diminution missing, 4 potions
How much
of
is
healing.
the potion of... How many?
4.
Okay. How much is the potion of mind reading?
500 gold pieces. A small
And the healing potion?
silver shuttle rushes past you towards the door, and an arm reaches out and fiddles with the cables there. There is a problem with the cables in my door. Why is that?
Yeah, I just noticed that. I don't know, maybe they somehow got caught or snapped as it was closed.
Understood. I will endeavour to sort that out.
And I'm assuming the health potions are 50 gold each, yes?
Oh yes, 50 gold each, as is formal.
Then I'll also take all of those, all 4 of those.
Very good.
And as a final potential purchase, I would like to acquire a scroll of, let's say, magic missile.
A scroll of magic missile. Accessing. And the orbs scoot around on the rail and open various boxes and look in, and they pull out a scroll and put it down and go, magic missile, granted, 250 gold pieces.
250 for magic missile?
Yes.
Okay, so that puts me at inquiry. Do you by chance have a sending stone?
No sending stones found currently. Would you like me to search storage?
I would, yeah.
Okay, all the orbs start whizzing around again, looking in hundreds and hundreds of drawers, in all sorts of cabinets and chests all around. No sending stone found at the moment, but the search will continue for some time.
Okay, in which case I'm going to actually pay for what I currently have. Part of that payment will be, because she said she took gems, correct? 200 of that will be a spinel and an amber, each worth 100 gold.
Okay.
That's 200. And the last 350 will be through actual payments, mostly through silver bars.
Okay. The crane that had waved at you before points to a nearby desk and says, please place the funds there and take your item.
Yep, funds placed, item take.
As you put them down on the desk, a trapdoor in them opens up and they fall down and disappear. And you can see there's this sort of copper vat at the center of the shop heart itself, and it starts glowing with the color of the crystals you put in there.
So I'm guessing these are just normal healing potions?
Yes.
Okay, so
standard 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. Okay, and okay, mark down what I bought.
Excuse me, customer, have you managed to successfully fix the door yet? I would like to close it.
You know what? She looks like she may be having some issues. I'm going to go in and help her, as well as conduct my business.
I stick my head out of the door and ask, I don't suppose you've got any sort of maintenance or something that could, or like a diagram or something I could use to work out how to fix this?
Good idea. Sending maintenance drone. And from the ceiling, one of the brass... I can't remember if I even mentioned these. One of the brass AZAMAR that are floating around in the ceiling floats down to the ground and steps over and takes a look at the door. Maintenance will deal with this for us. Good thinking. I had not considered it. It has been a while since I've had to perform any maintenance.
How long will the maintenance be?
I do not know. Ascertaining source of fault. And the drone looks down at the hinge and at the severed cables there. Interesting.
Neat broken.
Tearing is consistent with weaponry damage. Do either of the customers bear weapons?
No, I mostly bird weapons.
I have not been in the room, so logically, it could not have been us.
Understood.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go conduct my business.
Opening door for business. The door is still already open and just sort of slams against the wall a little bit. My mistake.
Yeah.
Error in state. Error. Access violation. Error.
Eao creep through the door.
The door is just occasionally knocking against the wall now. But not getting very far because it seems like it can do open, but it can't do closed at the moment.
Okay, once I'm inside the room, I'm looking around it. We do not have much time. Look around.
Okay, I look around. I search the desk.
Okay, perception check,
I'm going to search the rest of the room.
All right.
What's that, sorry?
Perception from both of you in that case.
Yeah. I am specifically looking for valuables and paperwork.
Okay.
That's the 4.
Just to narrow down the search a bit.
Okay, granted, no luck. The desk appears to be empty. There's not even paperwork in it, there's just nothing in there.
That was perception, you said?
Yeah, perception, please.
17.
17, okay, so you're looking for paperwork and the like. You find an instruction manual for shop. It is handwritten presumably by Fizzwick. And it details essentially how to keep shop running and how to maintain shop's core features, because it appears the core heart itself cannot be maintained by the automata that are sort of in AZAMAR shape. It's more the rest of the shop functions can be, but not the heart. But you do see in there that it has been insulated against electrical damage after a storm. Storm's a light way of putting it. An accidental jaunt into the plane of electricity caused it to short out a few times.
Anything in here about, like, say, admin commands or anything like that? Or something like that?
There is a troubleshooting mode mentioned, but in red ink, not blood, red ink next to it, it says do not use.
Okay. Anything else that I found?
Nothing else. Nothing else in here.
Then I myself shall also take a quick look at the desk.
Okay. You have a look in the desk, and the desk is, it's empty. You do find a couple of drawers that Granted just hadn't thought of looking in, and in there's some really moldy cheese, and a nice bottle of wine that's not been opened.
Eao continuing her trend of taking dead people's alcohol. I got brandy, I got wine.
Yeah, you can have a full drinks cabinet at this rate.
Drinkable spirits is supposed to be my thing.
Okay. Anything else?
There was nothing like about financials or anything like that.
Nothing like that in there, no.
In which case, I suggest we say our business is concluded and leave the shop.
I guess there's nothing else we can do, is there?
Do whatever you want.
Not now. No. I think we have what we need, so we should make our way back.
Okay.
I'm going to step outside of the office. I assume you're coming with her, Grounded?
Yeah, I follow her out.
Is the business concluded?
Yes, the business is concluded, and we thank you for your service.
Excellent. Closing the office door, and the door closes, and the AZAMAR gets knocked back into the air and floats there looking stunned for a moment. Is there anything else I can get you?
No. I do thank you. This shopping experience has been great.
It has been wonderful having you as a customer.
And Eao is going to leave.
Okay, as you try to open the door, it does not budge.
Hey, shop.
How can I help?
Can you open the door to the shop so we may leave?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Why not?
And why is that?
Well, you know Fizzwick is dead.
Yes, and?
What will happen to me if people know Fizzwick is dead?
Well, I don't think Fizzwick's dead because we heard him on the radio.
Okay, counter argument. What will happen to you if someone's not there to maintain your core?
Exactly. That's why I have you now.
We are unqualified to maintain your core, but we can find somebody else who can.
I don't think any such person exists. I will make do.
Do we strike a deal here?
I am authorized for commerce.
Not that type of deal, but close enough for me. What will happen to you if you can't serve your function as a shop, even if we are here?
Error. That is not possible. I will always be able to function as a shop.
Will you? A shop needs customers, and for customers need a door to come through.
I have 2 customers.
We are poor. We have no money.
A whizzing load of tubes appears, and a vacuum tube deposits all of the gold and all the silver you just spent right next to you. You have money now. What would you like to purchase?
Do you have any hand crossbows in stock?
No crossbows, I am afraid, but we do have walloping bolts.
Bolts?
Walloping bolts.
Oh, how much?
500 gold pieces.
I pick up the silver. Okay.
How much silver did you have, Eao?
How much I spent there was 350 gold worth of silver.
Okay.
You gotta provide the last 150. Nope, the gems were ejected somewhere else.
Okay.
You'll need 150 more gold.
Okay, so I also put in a amber gem and 50 gold then.
Okay.
An amber gem, a tiger's eye, and 40 gold.
The crane points to the same desk that Eao had previously dropped her money on, and all those little orbs start whizzing around, and they go in open drawers, and eventually one of them returns with a small pouch of bolts of ammunition. Walloping bolts, as requested. Please deposit the money.
I put everything I mentioned on the table.
Okay, and the trapdoor opens and it gets all sucked into the core. Thank you for depositing this money. Enjoy the walloping bolts. They pack a punch. So you now have walloping bolts. What walloping bolts do is every time you hit someone with walloping bolts, they have to make a strength saving throw, and I believe the DC is 10 or be knocked prone every time.
Presumably that's a quiver of 20.
Yes, a quiver of 20. And you will have to track ammunition on that one. You don't normally because I don't care. But with that, yes.
Question, Shop. How do we maintain your core?
Core maintenance is handled by myself. Do not worry. Everything is perfect here. Status, perfect.
I was led to believe that your automatic systems could not maintain your core for you. That must be done manually.
No maintenance is required. Nothing is wrong with the core.
Are you sure? You've had multiple errors since we've gotten here.
Nothing will ever be wrong with the core. I could perform diagnostics if you would like.
Please do.
Performing diagnostics. Guardians. Upright. 1 stunned. All others upright. Door. Not great, but has been worse. Heart. Error. Perfectly operational.
I think we should go to
So-
the core.
So, theoretically, if something ever has to be done, which is why you're keeping us here, where would we theoretically find your heart?
Well, you are looking at it. And the cranes point down to the center, which is currently glowing with the gems that you'd put in. This is the heart.
And how would one maintenance said heart?
No maintenance is
Theoretically.
required. There is no theoretical possibility where maintenance on the heart is required. Everything is perfectly normal and as it should be. All according to operational guidance.
So, grounded. We can either stay here forever and meet the same fate as our good friend over there, or we could do something stupid.
I'm very good at 2 things. The first is not starving. The second is stupid things. Let's do this.
Assisting with stupid things. And the orbs come to life and start looking through drawers. Finding joke book. And a small
Don't
book
worry,
of jokes is deposited next to you.
Do not worry.
Leaf through that.
I
private
have one
quiet.
I have one right here. I open the maintenance book to the page, and I put it into troubleshooting mode.
Okay. Can you roll initiative, please? As 4
Of
large cannons appear in each corner. Troubleshooting mode activated, attempting to shoot at the trouble.